Alright. Hello everybody, welcome to class tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a very nice, simple hip opening flow for you guys. Also, let me know if you guys have any suggestions on what you want me to teach. If you have any areas of the body that you want me to focus on, just let me know and I'll make a video. So we're going to start kneeling today. So come into a kneeling posture. Your knees can be together or hip width distance. And we're going to curl our toes under. And then I'll face you for this. But curl your toes under. Hands can come to the thighs here. And we'll close down the eyes. Take some deep breaths in. Start to bring yourself into the room. Notice what you hear, what you smell. You've made it. The hardest part is getting to your mat, so I congratulate you. You should start to feel a nice warmth here through the feet. This is a very good preventative pose. Preventative, as in we're preventing plantar fasciitis and foot pain, cramping. The feet experience a lot of stress in our day-to-day lives. We'll be here a couple more seconds. Inhale, hands come up overhead. Exhale, right hand to the back. Twist, look behind you. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, right hand comes back behind you. Look behind, twist. One more time on each side. Inhale. Exhale, left hand reaches behind you. Right hand forward. Inhale up. Exhale, reach. Great. Come off the feet here. Sometimes I like to pound the feet on the mat to kind of release them. Great. And we're going to bring our knees as far and wide as the mat. And we're going to settle into a little child's pose here. Melt your heart down. Feel your stomach opening and expanding in between your legs. And then we're going to reach around, stay in your child's pose, but reach around with your hands and see if you can grab your feet. It's an interesting variation. Just try it out. Breathe. Great, now we're going to keep our hips and legs where they are. Hands are going to come underneath the shoulders here. So your hips are still wide. And we're going to inhale, curl the spine up, look up, tailbone to the sky, press the mat away. And exhale, chin to chest, tuck the tailbone. Navel draws in. Inhale, look up, tailbone up. Exhale around the spine. Inhale. And exhale. Great, keep it there. your right hand is going to come more towards the center of the mat. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. And then exhale, bring that hand underneath your arm and twist. Inhale, bring that hand back up. Exhale to twist. Inhale up. Exhale and we'll stay down. Great, push back up. And then your left hand will come towards the center a little bit more. Reach the right hand up. Exhale, curl it under and twist. Inhale up. Exhale, twist. Really feel as if you're twisting through your abs here. Inhale back up. And exhale, we'll come onto the shoulder and the side of the head and stay here for a breath or two. Perfect. Push back up. Last little sequence here. You're going to twist the palms so that they're facing towards your body. And you can keep your palms a little bit more pointed outward so they're not so intense. Like if your forearms are too tight, you can always bring them a little more out. All right. And we're going to take a lion's breath here. So what that is, we're going to inhale together, and when we exhale, we're going to stick our tongue out and just release all the air. All right, just try it. Nobody's watching you. Inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, tongue out. You want to do one more? Inhale. And exhale, tongue out. Great. Good job. Notice how you feel. All right, and we're going to bring the palms back under the shoulders. And notice how you move. Notice how you get there. We're going to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Breathe deeply here. You can pedal out the feet if that feels good. Press the mat away. Upper arm bones rotate out. Great. Lift the left leg behind you. And then we're going to rotate in our hips so that left knee is going to point up towards the sky. Nice opening in the left hip. Try to press evenly into both palms. And exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, look up to the top of your mat and find something fun to get there. So you can step baby steps or you can hop. But I'll meet you at the top in a forward fold. Most of your weight is going to be in the ball joint of your feet. Let the head hang heavy. And inhale, halfway lift, hands come to the shins, flat back here, flat spine. Imagine as if your tailbone is reaching towards the back of the room and your head is reaching towards the front. Shoulder blades up and behind you. Nice activation through the core. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, Make your way to standing. Hands are going to reach up and overhead. And then exhale, melt it back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Step the legs back to a high plank. I'm going to face this way too. So we're going to come into a high plank here. The core is activated. Press the mat away and then slowly lower towards your belly, elbows in towards your body. Take the hands outside of the mat. Inhale, curl up. Exhale, back down. Inhale, power up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Deep breaths here. Great. The right leg is going to come up towards the sky. Open that hip out. Right knee is going to face the ceiling or the sky if you're outside. Press into both palms evenly. And just feel that nice big hip stretch. Great, bring that leg back down. Look to the top of your mat. Find a new way to get there this time. Step up. And exhale, forward fold. You can bend your knees as generously as you need here. Inhale, halfway lift. Shoulder blades come together behind you. Exhale to fold. Inhale, hands reach up, overhead. And exhale, rain it back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Navel draws in and up. Maybe rock front to back here, gaining some strength. Great, and we're going to drop our knees here, bring them back underneath your hips. Curl the toes once again. Lift the knees, doming through the upper back. Press away from the mat. We'll just be here for 3 breaths. That was 1, 2. If you're shaking, you're not alone. Last breath, inhale. And exhale, bring your knees back down. All right, great job. We're going to come back to a seated posture here. Feet together. You can sit up on a block or a pillow if your hips are tight. And then when you get there, we're going to rock a little side to side. Hands come to the ankles. We're going to bend it forward. So your elbows are going to come back. Chest is going to come in between your arms. Try to prioritize keeping your back flat. And look as if you're looking into a pond or a mirror or something down there. What can you see? And we're going to bring the thumbs to the feet, give ourselves a little foot massage here. You can wash your hands after class. Sometimes it's nice to show yourself a little bit of love. You have to fill your own cup first before you can help others. And just notice how it feels to appreciate yourself and to show yourself an act of kindness. Maybe while we're here giving our feet a nice massage, find something good that happened to you today, or something you're looking forward to, or something you're grateful for, something you love about yourself, something positive that happened. Great, we're going to come to our backs now. We're going to bring our knees into our chest. Rock a little side to side here. And we're going to come into a happy baby. So you can grab your big toes or the outsides of your feet, or you can even grab your thighs if your hips are tight. And bring your feet up to the sky. You can find movement here, rocking side to side, or you can find stillness. Try to keep your lower spine on the mat and breathe here. Great, we'll bring the feet to touch. You have two options for our Savasana tonight. You can either be in butterfly with your feet together, or you can extend them out long and have more of a traditional Savasana. Curl your shoulder blades behind you. Palms face up. Close down the eyes. And just notice how you feel here. Scan your body. Imagine as you inhale that the air is coming up through the back of your spine and then down through the front of your body. Try to make these breaths smooth. Let them flow into each other. So much so that you don't know where one breath starts and another one ends. Inhale, the breath travels up the spine. Exhale, the breath travels down the front body. Nice circular breaths here. I invite you, if time allows, to stay in your Savasana and savor that rest and the breaths that you take. But if you have to scoot, then thank you so much for joining me. Let me know if you enjoyed, and yeah, let me know if there's any areas in your body that you would like me to address. But other than that, thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. The light and the dark in me sees and honors the light and the dark that's inside of you. Namaste.